Wang puts her in the bag and takes her out. The watchman comes to help him and also smells it. This smell is coming from me, and then drives the watchman away from there. Wang takes her to the office and tells the secretary, send her to Sam Jang's house. She will handle her. PK then takes that bag and comes outside Sunmi's office and calls her out. Sunmi is then in the car with PK. She came alive from your blood, so now you have to burn her. Sunmi says, we shouldn't burn her right now. We should find out about her killer. PK says, if we don't burn her now, she will later become an evil spirit. Sunmi requests him, so he agrees. Then they take Sira to Ice God's sister, Fairy Han, to get her makeup done. Fairy Han brings her after doing her makeup, and Sunmi calls her beautiful. When Sira says thank you, her eyes pop out, so Fairy Han takes her to fix them. Sunmi tells PK, I have asked Yoon to collect information about Sira's towel. Yoon then calls her and tells her about a club. So Sunmi takes Sarah there and asks people there, do you know her? No one there knew Sarah. Then Sunmi makes Sarah sit in a place and goes to the washroom. From behind, a boy comes there and thinking Sarah is a dead body, goes to call everyone. Just then, Sunmi comes there and takes Sarah away. When that boy brings other people there, no one is there. So everyone else tells him, rest, and leaves. Then, at night, everyone is at Kong's house. Just then, Yoon and PK get a message from Sunmi saying, I have brought Sarah. So PK goes to pick her up. Kong asks, why did you two get a message at the same time? Yoon says, Sunmi has created a group in Sarah's name. Everyone is in it. Ice God, Fairy Han, PK, Wong. Sunmi sent a message in the group. That's why we got the message at the same time. Should I add you to this too? Kong says, no, I don't need it. Just then, PK arrives there with Sarah. Sunmi had left her there and gone. PK and Yoon then talk about the chat. PK also asks Kong, should I add you to the group too? Kong gets angry and says, if you add me, I will kill you. Then, a message comes in the group again. So Kong angrily gets up from there, goes to his room and says, she added everyone to the group, only she didn't add me. Saying this, he lies down angrily and says, I didn't even feel this bad when I was kicked out of heaven, as bad as I feel now. After this, Kong is at home and feels very cold. He comes out and turns off the AC. Sarah asks him, then what will happen to me? Kong tells her, go into the fridge. Sarah is going with her phone. So Kong says, zombie, you bought a phone? Sarah says, Yoon gave it to me. Then Sarah also gets a message in the group. Seeing this, Kong gets irritated and says, she didn't invite me to the group. Sarah says, you don't need any group. You have a direct connection with her. Hearing this, Kong smiles. The next day, everyone is eating when Wong gets angry at Sarah because she had to sleep in the fridge on Kong's orders. Don't sleep in the fridge after this. You should keep your room's heater on. Kong says, this is my house, so why should I do that? Add me to the group. Kong is about to say yes, but Yoon says beforehand, he doesn't like groups. Everyone looks at the group chat and laughs, and Kong keeps looking at them. Sunmi goes to the future-seeing pot and sees the crack in it. Then, she sees the future in it. The world is being destroyed. Seeing this, she gets scared, and then that pot blasts. Subori comes there and tells Sunmi, this is what is going to happen in the future, and now you have to save the world from this danger. Then everyone is at a New Year party when they see on TV that this year's New Year bell will be rung by Korean University Professor Kang. Sarah sees him and says, I know him. He is also a member of the same club where I went. Meanwhile, Kong goes to meet Sunmi, and Sunmi tells him, I have seen this world ending. Meanwhile, Wang asks Subori, Sunmi is a human. How will she do all this? Subori says, heaven has chosen her. Wang says, so whose life will be lost in this work? Subori says, I don't know about that yet either, but it is confirmed that one of these two will lose their life. Meanwhile, Sunmi asks Kong, will you always protect me? Kong says, Sunmi says, then I can do this work. The next day, Sunmi and Hanju go to catch a ghost somewhere. Wang arrives there. Hanju asks, why has he come here? Sunmi says, he is my bodyguard. He has come to protect me. Then, Hanju goes to meet the owner of that house. Sunmi says, why are you sitting? Get up and find the ghost. Kong says, then he shows the Gango and tells Sunmi, I came here for you, not to find a spirit. Sunmi gets irritated, thinking something says, "Now I should also love you." She comes to Kong, pushes him onto the bed, lies down next to him herself, and says, "Now we will talk about love. Only then will the ghost come out." Then they come close to each other, and the ghost appears in front. Kong gestures to it to leave, but the ghost refuses and starts watching them. Kong gets up and kills the ghost. Kong and Sun-mi are outside. Sun-mi says, "If we eliminate evil spirits like this, we can save the world." Kong says, "I have nothing to do with the world. I only have to protect you, and I don't want to love you either. Is making me do it." Hearing this, Sun-mi gets sad and tells Kong, "I don't like you either." Saying this, she starts to leave from there. Kong also feels bad hearing this, so he gets up and goes to the other side. Then at night, Kong tells Wong, "I like Sun-mi, but Sun-mi doesn't like me." Wong says, "You like Sun-mi because of Gango. The day it comes off, you will also stop liking Sun-mi." Sun-mi says, "I don't like this flavor." Kong asks, "Which flavor do you like?" Sun-mi says, Kong says, "I will bring that." Kong then asks her about her favorite things. So Sun-mi tells him about her favorite things. Then Kong sits there and eats ice cream, and Sun-mi smiles looking at him. On the other side, Wong gives Sarah a stone and says, "Maybe you will remember everything from this." When Sarah is picking up the stone, she accidentally drops the remote, and the painting area opens. Sarah asks, Wong says, "This is Chon. She committed a crime, so she was sent from heaven to the human world. She was punished to have a bad life in every life. No matter how many times she is born, she will die a bad death. Only Wong can stop this process after becoming king." In the next scene, Kong takes Sun-mi to a place where he had collected bottles. Sun-mi asks, "Why have you collected so many bottles?" Kong says, "When the ban is lifted, I will drink them all." He also gives Sun-mi a drink. Sun-mi drinks it and says, "When the ban is lifted, I will bring you more bottles." Kong says, "After the ban is lifted, why would I meet you? I was imprisoned in that house for many years. And now, because of you, I am imprisoned in this Gango. If I get free from it, then I will make you disappear." Hearing this, Sun-mi gets sad and starts to leave from there. So Kong gives her a coat and says, "It's cold outside, wear this," and also gives her a drink. Sun-mi takes the drink and leaves from there. Then Wong's health is somewhat poor, so he sends the secretary to get medicine. Meanwhile, Kong meets the ice god and takes ice cream from him. Meanwhile, Wong takes medicine, but his health is still not good. The secretary says, "You can get well by eating samjang." Wong says, "If I do that, I will not be able to become king." Then Sun-mi is going to meet someone, so Hanju tells her, "Take your bodyguard with you." Sun-mi says he is not needed right now. When Sun-mi leaves, Hanju badmouths Kong. Just then a ball comes and hits him on the head. Actually, Kong had hit him because he was badmouthing him. Meanwhile, Wong recovers after taking medicine again. Kong meets Sun-mi and seeing the long line for cotton candy there. "Why is there such a long line here?" Sun-mi says, "This candy is tasty." Kong asks, "Will you eat it?" Sun-mi says, so Kong pushes everyone back and stands at the front. So Sun-mi tells him, "Stand in line at the back." So he stands in line and gets cotton candy. He gets a big candy made for Sun-mi. Then they take the cotton candy and sit somewhere. Sun-mi says, "I have never seen such a big candy till today." Then she gives a little to Kong to taste too. When Kong tastes it, he likes it a lot.